FX presents the Indu Podcast with your host, T. Sterling Watson.
Good morning, Indubians. I'm T. Sterling Watson.
And I'm Kortney.
And I'm Parisa Fitz-Henley.
This is the Indu Podcast. Thank you for stopping by and pressing play. And yes, we have a nice, lovely, well, welcome back. Happy New Year, everyone. This is like the official, I don't want to say official because the last episode was me and my mother, and we got to talk about her and her procedure and everything. So this is the first time I'm back in my regular podcasting studio, which is my room, and Parisa is in her car. And what are you doing, Kortney? How are you?
I'm good. I'm in my mom's home. I'm not in my home, my new home yet, and I don't want to talk about it yet. I don't want to talk about that.
It's that will be a future story. And Parisa, what are you doing? How are you?
Yeah,
I'm doing great. I'm as you said, I'm driving. I'm in the car in Los Angeles, bopping between work things, and yeah, doing good, feeling good. Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! We're allowing you to say Happy New Year. I think we mutually all agreed. Like after maybe January 6th, we'll stop saying Happy New Year to people.
Oh, really? Was your 2017 that bomb that you can not appreciate 2018 for more than a week? Was that how great your last year was? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Not at
it's
all.
Just it's an annoying thing. Like
till July.
That's true. No, totally happy that 2018 has finally made its arrival, and hopefully it will, continue, be it arrival. Yes, we'll get to that later.
Yes, we will.
But,
yes.
But hopefully it's a better year than last year. But yeah, it's just more of an annoyance thing. Like, why are we saying Happy New Year? I don't know. In July, Parisa. Why?
Well, we can appreciate things. And I feel like, it's like the childhood of the year. Like, July is like when our year turns 30. Let's say the year turns 35 in the middle of the year.
Okay.
In modern day America, 35 is the end of childhood. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right, or 40 sometimes, whatever.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm a kid. I'm totally a kid. And the year is a kid until July. I just said it. It's now a fact.
Okay.
We all agree.
I'll take that.
So yes, we'll take it.
Yeah. I'll take that.
So okay, then that means then we can continue to say Happy New Year until July 15th.
I want to say July 22nd because it's my birthday. And I'm making this about me.
Okay.
Did anyone else make the resolution for 2018 to be the year of me? Of themselves, not the year of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be
I thought at first that's what you meant by it's the year of Parisa, so I'm like, I guess it could be your year.
Only for me. let everyone else's year be the year of them. No, we all have to do it work. Who's that?
I'm sorry about that. That's why I left my door open. That was Chief.
Oh, hi, Chief.
He already ran away because he heard a noise outside, so he has to go bark at it.
He's done.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good that you have that guard dog there.
Yeah.
He's real scary sounding.
He's more of an alert system because then once anybody actually comes in the house, that's when he runs away. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But I do like this whole year of me. I've been doing that as well. I believe next week actually will be the day that will be all about me. That is January 29th. So.
Woohoo!
Is that your birthday?
That will be my birthday, yes.
Happy birthday, Comey!
Yes, thank you very much. And I have no plans as of right now, but that's fine. I think I might just sleep for some of it.
Gotta do something though, Sterling. You only turn what you're turning once.
Right. It's not a secret.
I mean,
I'll be 32, so I don't have to.
Amazing! Oh my God, 32 is a dope year.
Right. You got to celebrate
I
it.
hear, as a 21-year-old, I look forward to becoming
Yes, sure.
32. Nah, I'm ageless. But 32 is a dope year. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, Parisa is in the March, April of her life, I suppose.
In the March, April? Sure, I'm a spring chicken.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I mean, if July is when you hit adulthood, so she's in.
Well, it depends if we're talking then about like age, or like my mental age, which is around January.
Oh, okay.
February. Who plays? Yeah, like spark jokes and stuff like that. I want to say Jan Feb.
Then this is why we get along, by the way, because I mean, can always appreciate.
It's great. It's great to reconnect with you two.
Yes.
I just think you're wonderful.
No, we think you're wonderful. You're the highlight of today. I'll tell you that.
Oh, thanks. Well, likewise. It's been a crazy day. I look forward to sharing more with you guys about what's been going on. But in the meantime, it's just real sweet to sort of pause as I'm in Los Angeles traffic. But, intentionally pause.
Yeah.
And connect. I like it.
Yes, and we've been wanting to connect with you, especially because we said in the last episode, after you watched a certain movie called Arrival, and we wanted to kind of, get your thoughts and your feelings, how you experienced it. Did you watch it again? Were you on the edge of your seat? All of these things,
Okay, do we have to be careful for spoilers and stuff on here? Or
At this point, I feel
if
like
you
it's...
if you haven't seen it, you're spoiled. Like, you deserve it.
It's streaming on Hulu, I believe, and Amazon Prime. It's out
There's
there.
no excuse.
Yeah.
No excuse.
Okay, so anybody who is listening now, this is your chance to fast forward or something. We're going to talk about Arrival. Pause and then watch it.
Right.
And then come back.
Come back in 5, 10. Oh, yeah. Don't even come back. Just go watch it, then come back. I mean, I was going to say to skip forward. That's what I was going to say. Don't skip forward. Just pause.
Alert.
Go watch it.
Don't skip. Pause, watch it, and come back. Don't take as long as I took. I thought it was an amazing movie. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I wanted to be in it. I wanted to be watching it all the time. It was, and I didn't watch it all the way through again. The second that it was over, I went to the beginning and started watching it. And then
nice.
through to see what context, or what was shifted by the shift in context. Just knowing, oh wow, this is what happens. This is what she knows when she's being in this moment. Oh, this is, and it was fantastic to just try to think about what is, what does this mean for my life? Really, what impact do just thinking about these kinds of things have on our lives? Which I thought was pretty fantastic. When you have a film that really makes you think deeply and feel deeply, it's something I really appreciate, and that totally did that.
Yeah,
it did. There's so many levels to it, which is one of our favorite words. Describing things is just the way time is perceived, the way language is perceived, and it's just amazing. And even just alien design, because we're always looking at aliens that are bipedal, and this one has 7 legs, if it even has legs. It's just
they're
appendages.
They're appendages.
That's like a good PC description. So they're like, those aren't tentacles. That's so rude. Oh, sorry, I don't. The hanging things. The appendages were totally beautiful. I mean, the beings were so beautiful.
They were, man. They were. Ugh. Yeah.
And it also made me think about how it was we had to still give them names, and how giving them names helps helped me to wrap my mind around them and, in a way, like, personify them.
Right.
Which is something that, you know, it makes me think, why do you have to personify? Like, what if other beings came to this world and needed to be seen in a completely different context? How would I react? It's something I've been thinking about, actually, for a while, ever since Sophia, the lifelike robot.
Yes.
Oh, you had it right the first time.
She's so scary, and I know she's listening right now. I'm going to go down in a blaze of glory anyway. But, like, you know, it's like, okay, well, what if these, you know, what if something that's not what we recognize as human begins relating with us in a way that we do recognize as human?
Mm-hmm.
Are we willing to humble ourselves enough to accept that we could have relationship with someone who's not like us? Which I think is like the massive question right now that this entire world is facing, and I know that the U.S. is facing that a lot right now. So, yeah, it's been on my mind. And then I just saw The Shape of Water, and it's also in that, you know, vein. Don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but that's a movie that brings up some questions and is gorgeous and so worth a watch. So, yeah, that's what's on my mind.
So that's a recommendation. I have not seen it. I was thinking about seeing it. I'm like, I don't know. I really
Dude.
Okay. You just told me dude in like capital letters and everything.
Dude. See it, and if you can, I don't know if you have like a kind of, well, we have ArcLight Cinema here in LA, where if you stay till the end, they have a Q&A with the director, which is awesome. But I would say after you see it, look online and see if you can find a Q&A, because his story about creating it is very interesting and very inspiring, both for, you know, from a creative perspective and just a human perspective. But it's really, 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 really special. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you like things that are outside of the kind of realm of average everyday life, you'll probably love it.
Yeah. Plus, I'm a fan of Guillermo del Toro anyway, so that's...
I love him. I love him. Like, I just want to squeeze him. I was going to say something wrong.
He looks squeezable, though. He looks like a big, giant, fluffy teddy bear kind of person.
And he's so, like, there's something so, at least from what I could see, you know, there's something so decent and humane about him. And I'm really finding myself wanting those qualities in the people that I work with more than ever. There's no sense in working in environments that are not nurturing, if it's possible. Sometimes sometimes it is what it is, and you got to go through it. And the thing that you need to learn is something other than that yummy feeling of co-creating with somebody. But sometimes it's like, okay, I just need to learn how to hold my own, and that's the lesson for now. But like, in my wish would be to work with people that give me that feeling, that I want to squeeze them, but I won't.
You could squeeze them off the clock. It's okay. As long as it's consensual, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As long as everyone's agreeing, then everyone is squeezing, and it's all
then we're good.
So,
yeah. Happiness.
Yeah.
Since we're gonna stay on the idea of acting, I figured this would be a good transition to bring in our Black History fact. And hold on a moment. Black History. Black History. Black History. Black History. Facts. I'm assuming you guys can hear that. I could not hear it on my end, but I'm assuming you guys could.
It was great.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So yes, I just want to take a brief moment to mention, let me make sure the page is up. It is not. There was an emergency.
Sorry, guys.
It's cool.
A big fire truck.
Oh, I hope they make it. I hope they get there okay. That's important.
Everybody stopped. It's amazing how well behaved everybody is right now.
Good.
That's a big corner. Everybody stopped and listened up.
They know you're being recorded, so yeah, they're like, let's behave.
Yeah. They were like, let's not make LA look bad, guys. Come on.
Oh, you already look bad. It's okay. We know the truth, but whatever.
I've heard stories. So yes, our Black History fact today is about the actress and singer Diane Carroll. And are you familiar with her, Parisa?
Very.
Very much. I really just want to talk about just the show Julia, which is or was the first series of American television to star a black woman in a non-stereotypical role. And I was excited to learn this information, and I think I've been on a quest to see if I can actually find it and watch it. But I don't know if she won an Emmy for her portrayal as Julia. I forgot to look that up, but I just wanted to make note of that, and also see if you had any insight, or if you knew of her, or even if you kind of had any thoughts about her, if you did know her. Or
I do. I don't know her personally, but I remember once seeing her. I saw her in Beverly Hills one day. I was across a very wide street, like not close to her at all. And I was like, who is that beacon of light, like, standing by that car? It was, before I recognized her, it was just, her presence was that strong. Wow. I was like, who is that? And then I looked and I was like, oh, that's Diane Carroll. Oh my God, she's fabulous. Wow. And then later on, I learned that I actually know her daughter.
Oh, wow.
Who is just this beautiful, radiant, humble, kind woman who lives in New York. And I was like, oh, that's her mom? Okay. But knowing her, it speaks extra highly, I think, of Diane Carroll, and that, like, in addition to having all these incredible accomplishments in her field, she also accomplished raising such an admirable human that I'm like, yeah, wow, she's pretty fabulous. Extra super fabulous.
Nice. Oh, well,
Julia, I think you can watch it online. I feel like I saw somewhere that you could, and I thought it would be really great to watch it too.
Yeah, I definitely do want to check it out. And if I do find it, I'll make sure to let everyone know to go check it out, because I do hear good things about it. It's been Emmy nominated, so clearly that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. And there was, they thought she was the first black actress to be nominated, but for an Emmy or even win one, but she wasn't. There's some other people before her, like Ethel Waters, for Route 66, which I did watch, but that's another person, another show. A show that I'm actually interested in. I wouldn't mind if that came back in this reboot culture, Route 66.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because that is a traveling anthology kind of show about, I believe, two guys who just kind of ride around the country and kind of help people out. And I don't know, I saw a few episodes, like, yeah, it's not too bad. I had an idea for writing something like that, so I'll keep that one under wraps.
Cool. Now, okay, I haven't watched more than a few minutes of Supernatural. Is Supernatural the one with, like, the two brothers and they're driving around and stuff? Do they drive around the country and help people?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not a Supernatural, like, viewer. But I know it's two brothers, but the main thing is they fight demons and angels and things like that.
Like regular life.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Sure.
Got it.
Just with more special effects.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Got it. And more of a, like, overarching plot. I mean, everybody has a plot to their life, but it's not quite as episodic, probably. So, yeah.
And I think they're in their 37th season now, so it's been on for a while.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying not to naysay it too much, because I did watch the first season. I don't hate it. It's just, I can't believe that it's still on, kind of thing. So I'm like,
I didn't realize it was
very,
still
very
on.
loved.
Yeah, it's been on for a while. So, but I have nothing against it, and I'm very happy, for them and their success, and that they're still going. That channel in particular is really growing, and they found their niche, I think, with superhero shows.
Yes, yes. Particularly the Flash and Black Lightning.
Yes.
If I have to pick.
I heard Black Lightning so good.
It is.
Have you seen it?
I have. I saw it. It was good. I think for me, the only problem I had, the only criticism, I don't think it's their fault. It's more of like maybe the CW's, but they put too many commercial breaks in there, which kind of just messed up my flow. So, but it's just me.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go on.
That's normal though. I think that's normal for like a first season like pilot, because I don't know. I don't know anything about like ratings, and I'm not an expert. I'm not pretending to be, but I feel like it would make more sense to have a bunch of commercials during the pilot, because funding and or because if they know they're drawing in a large audience, that's the time to advertise. So I don't know. I get that, and I get your frustration, but to me, business wise, marketing wise, I don't know. It would make sense to me. I didn't care for that much though. I'm gonna have to rewatch the pilot because I didn't have the swimming experience that everybody else did, but I think I was just really tired. So I'm gonna have to give it another chance.
Did you see it, Parisa?
No, not yet. I've been doing I don't even know if I should admit what I do with my television watching time lately. So but I'm going to. There are times when I have the time to watch TV and enjoy things and sit down. And then there are times like right now where I just use television as it's like how would I say it? It's the ranch dressing on my salad. It's the whipped cream on my berries. It makes everything go down a little easier, is what I'm saying.
So what are you watching?
I'm watching Friends again. I'm watching Friends. Okay? I'm watching it again for the 100th time. I was like, because I've been watching it also with the Netflix thing where it just kind of keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm like, well, I'm only on the first season. 4th season? What? How long have I been doing this? It's what I put on when I don't really need to watch anything, but I don't want silence.
Yes. It's The Office for me. So I completely get that. I've watched, I know I can recite every episode, and I can tell you, I can leave out of a room and tell you what they're going to do, the scene, the whole 9 yards. It's kind of insane, but I understand that. I really do. I get you.
Well, I thought I knew all of Friends, and then I realized that I think there were some episodes in the first season I hadn't seen. And I had assumed I'd seen them. So there are other times where I've gone in and I've been like, I'm going to start on season 3, and then I watch to the end. So this time I just happened to start at season 1 because I was like, I definitely won't be interested in that. Just putting this on. This is when I tell you, sometimes I have to eat dinner at 11 o'clock at night so that I can sleep well. I'm just I just need something that keeps me awake while I'm chewing. But that won't wake me up too much. I can't put on Mr. Mercedes and be like, oh, I gotta keep watching this.
Right.
By the way, Mr. Mercedes is bomb. I love it. But so, yeah, I was like, why is this so interesting? What's going on? I don't remember this. And yeah, it was a real treat, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, that should be a bit of a joy to find you have a new episode. It's kind of like a new episode for you.
It was. Now I understand where, when I've heard people get really excited about oh, there was a lost episode of this series, and I'm like, okay. And now I'm like, if there was a Lost Friends episode, I would be one of those people who would queue up outside of wherever they were going to show it, and I can't. No, I wouldn't. I'd want to be that.
So again, going back to the reboots and reunions, would you want to see a reunion of Friends?
Only if they really wanted it, because I have seen them do little fun things where they've gotten together, and you can kind of tell that they're like, like, we're just doing this thing that, you know, Letterman asked us to do or whatever. I can't even remember. I saw something recently. Like, I miss Friends more than I miss the actors in the...
Yeah. I get that.
But to be clear, I love those actors in other things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it doesn't give me the same feeling when they're together, unless they're like all fully in character and stuff.
Right.
Right. It's not the same. It's not they're taking out of their that Friends universe or that world. I totally get that. So I'm rewatching The Flash because I love it that much, and I love it. I have avoided Flash, and it hasn't been like an active avoiding thing. I just haven't watched it until recently. And so when I tell you I love that show, like it makes me feel things that I haven't felt in a long time. And like just that much interest into characters, into fictional people, and into situations. And like that show has so many feelings. Like it has a lot of feelings. And so I'm just like already, I'm very in touch with my emotions. And so even with fictional characters in fictional situations and impossible situations, I'm just like, oh my God, did he do that? Oh, that's just beautiful. You know, and I love it. That's how I connect. And this show just does it. I haven't had a show to where I'm just that into it. Like The Walking Dead did it for me, and then this season I just haven't really been there. Mr. Robot is another one that I really, really connect with, in The Office, of course. But The Flash just kind of dropped out of the sky and into my lap and into my heart, and I love it so much.
Now, Parisa, let me jump in for a second here, Parisa, and tell you that I've been trying to get Kortney to watch this show for a number of years, you know. So.
Yes, and he's told me all of The Flash. He's told me all along, you have to watch the show. You're gonna love it. He's never told me any details or anything. And then when I watched it, I understood, and I am a fangirl now. So yeah, I get it.
Maybe I should watch it. All my shows.
Do it.
Friends, Fringe, Flash. That'll be my whole life.
I'm okay with that.
See, this is why you have to come back again, because we have to have our Fringe discussion. Because
oh Lord,
and that goes for you too, Kortney. You also have to watch the show.
Yeah, I gotta
catch
up on that.
Also.
Yes, you have. I gotta get up on that.
It's so good, and I'm dangerously close to rewatching all of Lost again. I don't know,
Sorry, got excited. Let me calm down.
I love that show.
Yes.
I love that show, and I just saw that that Bad Robot is making a new show. J.J. Abrams, there's something, and I don't know. It's like I'm like, what is it? What is it? Tell me what it is. I want in. I want help me somehow be on that show somehow.
Oh, that would be even more amazing because then if you could do that, then hopefully you can kind of connect me with J.J. Abrams. I just want to say hi. I don't really know what else to tell him, but he is like one of my favorite storytellers.
That's what you do.
Do what?
Squeeze him.
Oh yeah, squeeze him.
Yeah. You squeeze them. I don't like there are certain people that just, you know, they make the things that you like. And those worlds, I love worlds. I love worlds.
Well, that actually segues very nicely into the next thing that I do want to talk about because we are running out of time, and I do want to play this one more jingle here, which is a little bit longer, and I'll know by your reaction when it's done playing. So.
Okay.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
Okay. So that is to signify that we have letters or questions. I do have my own questions since we talked about worlds. I was trying to get four choices together, but if you were to have to live in any of these worlds, where would you have to live? And that is the world of Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, or I can't remember what the other one was, but it was also terrible. So I guess we'll just have to go with those two until I remember the other one.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
I'd have to agree.
It's so stressful, but I guess it's like moving to New York, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know it's going to be dirty and smelly and hard.
I agreed with that a little too fast, but yes.
Yeah. What about you?
I feel like, yeah, probably The Walking Dead. I mean, I wouldn't want to live with neither one, but at least that one, it's still somewhat civilized, and there's less things that want to, I don't know, I'm just going to go Walking Dead. It's hard to justify why.
Well, with Game...
Still run.
Yeah.
Or have the means to get away from the horde.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the enemies are like black and white in Walking Dead. I choose Walking Dead as well. I feel like the enemies and the folks that are out to get you are black and white, and you can actually align yourself with other people and have an alliance and have more safety than in Game of Thrones, because I feel like in Game of Thrones, it's every man for himself.
A little bit of.
Oh, okay. Well, this still applies. In Game of Thrones, it's every man for himself except for the Stark family, because they stick together, but then they don't stick together, and so it's just terrible all the way around. Whereas in The Walking Dead, you have zombies and you have like whatever the big bad of the season is, which is Negan and his folks, and even then, it's like the more people, the bigger your group is, the more safe you are, and the more weapons you have. It's just a little bit more black and white. You know your enemy. You know the task at hand. You can probably overcome it by the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And The Walking Dead also has electricity depending on where you are. So,
right.
I will take that.
True.
I just
True.
look at it, I'm like, I want to live by myself. Where can I go and live by myself? I'm scared of all the group. Well, that's not true. I'm just like, Negan has really traumatized me. I hate him so much.
I love him, but I hate him.
I don't even love him. I'm like, when can they kill him, debone him, and make him chicken nuggets? Like, I don't know. It's terrible. I'm sorry. Wow.
No, it's true. It's true.
It's true.
It is true.
I do have one more question for you. And this one comes from our good friend Roberto. He asks us.
Hey, Roberto.
Hey. He asks, much like the Ben and Jerry question, you get to design a pizza. What dream toppings, crust, and sauce would you have on it, and what would you name it? Parisa, you go first.
Hot dern. Wow. Well, actually, maybe I would just... Okay, his name is Hot Dern. I picked that. Okay, let's try it. It's hot dern or hot damn, depending on your comfort level with cussing.
That's what the kids would call it.
Ready?
The kids would call it hot dern.
Hot dern. Hot dern. All right. Crust. The most perfect. I realize I'm gonna be so hated by everyone in the world now. But I would say, I'm just gonna say, you know how when Pizza Hut makes those it's like kind of buttery crust, super greasy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that crust, but hopefully like on the lighter end, like not where it's dripping. That crust. I think probably their sauce also, or Domino's sauce. No. Hungry Howie's. Does anybody know Hungry Howie's?
No.
It's not national, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at any rate, I'm going to go with Pizza Hut base and sauce, and their cheese, which is it's a Pizza Hut pizza. And then it has on it caramelized onions.
Yeah.
It has on it bacon crumbles, but not too hard. Like,
Okay.
Like that kind of crispy but melts in your mouth. Thinly sliced ham pieces. And some of y'all are going to know what's coming next. And some of y'all are going to
Pineapples. Say it.
Pineapple!
Say it. Woo!
I knew it.
Pineapple! Yes.
Amen.
And wait a minute, that's for one half. The other half
Oh.
is pizza. No.
I was waiting. I knew I always liked you for some reason, Parisa, and I think this is probably it because of your fabulous taste in food. You're just always right, you know?
Hot darn indeed. Courtney, what would your pizza be?
So I'm pretty much loving what Parisa just said because I'm all about the ham and the pineapples and the buttery, not too buttery, but the buttery crust. But honestly, I've been creating this pizza through Domino's. I really don't know if I created it or if Domino's created it and just let me take the credit. Either way, I'm going to tell you about it. So we've got their delicious, whatever they do to their crust. It's like a garlic buttery type crust. And it's delicious and it's perfect. And instead of a like a marinara or tomato based sauce, it's a Alfredo sauce, and it's just moist and juicy enough to where like it's not hard, it's not baked on really, but it's cooked on the crust, the pizza crust, in just such a way that you can like really taste it. The Alfredo sauce taste really comes out really well. And so on top of the Alfredo sauce base, we've got chicken and I think that's all I put on there. Chicken and like feta cheese. It's delicious and I love it, and everything about it makes the pizza consuming experience that much better. And I recommend it to everybody.
Hey, you.
Hi, I'm so sorry. There was a bunch of malfunctions at once.
Oh.
Hashtag life. Sorry, what makes pizza everything? What?
Okay, I'll tell you again. Oh, I will tell you again. Okay.
So, and I'll go in 1 minute.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'll have to tell you. I'll tell you later. I'll like text it Twitter message it or something.
Okay, but I want to know because my mouth is watering, and then make it gluten.
Okay, deal.
Well, it's been great having you as always, and you will be back again on this podcast.
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear it in the distance, but Chief is also saying goodbye.
Bye. I heard it. Oh, and the fire truck is also saying goodbye to you.
Oh, they're busy tonight.
Yes, because it's hot up in her. No, I don't know.
I know.
No real good fire truck jokes. Sorry.
Oh no.
No, when you think about it, it's like, well, no, that's not good. It's not good.
Too soon.
Yeah, well, it's always here. It's always.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you guys, it's been really wonderful connecting with you again, and I wish we could talk longer, but hopefully we just get to talk again soon.
Yes, we'll put it in the books, and you will be back. Yeah. And we'll find some show that we've all watched or some movie, and we'll, dissect that and continue our food chats and such and so on. And,
Love it.
All that. So you go back and get to work and have fun.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
And you too.
Yeah,
Take
thank
care.
you, Parisa. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'm still on.
Yes, you are. Bye.
Huh. I know I didn't answer the question yet, so I will do my best, trying not to copy the both of you. But I would also like, also going to Domino's first. I like,
Of course.
I do like the crust. I really agree with you there. Their crust on the, I think it's the hand tossed, is so delicious. However, the pan pizza has a very nice crisp underbottom that has a very nice crunch to it. More of a crisp. I do like that. And it's the perfect thickness. So, of course, you have your basic regular red sauce, topped with cheese and more cheese. Back in the day, I used to order my pizzas from a local pizzeria, and I would tell them, so, okay, listen up. I would like a small cheese pizza because it was just going to be for me with cheese. And then once you get that cheese on there, put some extra cheese on top of that. Once you do that, put some extra cheese on top of that. So I really want to make sure that it's very cheesy. And I wasn't aware of feta cheese at the time, but
now you are, right?
Now I am, because it's part of my salad. Because when I get a salad, that's what I do. So there's that. Out of fact, I'll just say my pizza would be called the maybe the Blocked Artery, because of the pizza that I used to order from this pizza place. And I will describe it to you. After we added the cheese, then I would add, they had steak. So it was like slices of steak. And premium.
That sounds delicious.
I remember it being premium chicken. I might be stealing that from Domino's, but they had grilled and both breaded chicken. I think I just did the grilled chicken.
Nice.
Pepperoni. Ham. Meatball. Beef, because they were two separate things. Sausage, bacon, of course, and I think that was it. So it was just lots of cheese and pretty much all the meats, except for, I guess, anchovies. So that would be what I would get, and it would have this buttery crust, of course, like we said from Domino, and the buttery, crispy underbottom, the thickness, then all the cheese. So this is really just a very deep dish kind of thing. Which also is actually pretty good from Little Caesars. So there's that. So that
sounds delicious, and now I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's the Blocked Artery. I don't recommend having an entire pizza like that, but at least one slice should
one slice, yeah.
One slice should suffice. There you go.
Oh, I like that. That could be your motto.
It could be, and I'll have to design it with all the meats and everything on it, so you can see that it's very full. And very filling, it really is. And I mean, I was a young whippersnapper back then, so I was able to consume all of that and still be good. But nowadays, if I were to order that, I think maybe one slice and that would suffice, because I want to live.
Right, that's important.
So that would be my pizza. Did you name your pizza? I don't think you.
I didn't. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I'm not good at naming things. Ask my books or my characters. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I like a Alfredo base. The Alfredo bomb.
That was very. You gave that a lot of like. Bomb, yes. It would have bomb emojis after it as well.
Totally. And then the most hard eyes.
Hold on a moment. Okay. Sorry, you disappeared for a second.
I'm here. Yeah, it's at a poor connection. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I think it could even have emojis with the heart eyes after the bombs to like soften the blow.
So it's a bomb of love, but also
yes.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Yes. I think the connection was terrible, but here we go.
Yeah, normally it's my fault that the connection's terrible, because sometimes it's just terrible here. and the Indube Network studios. So that does tend to happen sometimes. So let me, just to also play with the soundboard, we're going to go to a quick commercial, then we'll come back and kind of close out, I guess. So we'll be right back. Once I figure out which button does which.
That's important.
It is. I think it's this one. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be right back.
The Indube Podcast.
Hey there, friend. Enjoying this podcast production? I bet your sweet buttery face you are. I bet you're also thinking, how can I support this show and look awesome doing it? Aside from telling your best pal and all their kin, you can head over to Indube.com, and 2 clicks later, after hitting the store tab, you'll find yourself with several fun and fancy swag brought to you by the fine folks at the Indube Network and T-Public. If you're a fan of Indube, Food Fight, or anything under the Indubian sun, you can find it plastered on mugs, hoodies, pillows, cases, bags, and of course, t-shirts. Hurry on over now, and you may catch a sale with all tees 30% off. Seriously, they have sales like every other week. So head on over to Indube.com or tpublic.com. That's TEEPUBLIC.com and type Indube in the search bar and continue to pod with the best.
Hey, this is Steph Farwell. Join me bi-weekly at the Lemonade for all things nerdy and geeky, giving you all the sweet and sour notes from the nerd world, as well as my own special commentary to make this blended lemonade just right. Follow the Lemonade at Audio Boom, SoundCloud, Podbean, at the Points of Interest Network, and I'll see you guys soon.
And we're back. See, that makes it so much easier, I guess, for me to edit later, so I don't have to put in those little things, even though I can't hear it, but you can. So, yeah, it is.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, I know it'll do. I do not have actual Sheboygan news. I do have that button in here too, so it's there. I mean, I technically they're having the same weather that we are. So they're dealing with rain and freezing stuff. And good times all around because nobody knows what season it is. So here we are. So, because it's supposed to be like 60 degrees tomorrow. So,
yeah, it's been 60 degrees here too. For some reason, the heater, well, I don't know if it got up to 60. I think it was like 52, which is still, a little chilly, like, throw on a jacket or something. And it's chilly enough to make the house, the heating system for the house come on. Mm-hmm. And also for us to use our little space heaters at work because, we're always cold. But yeah, the heater's on right now. And I'm just like, it's been nice to have a little bit of a break these past couple of days with no heat or less heat because electricity bills. So there we go.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, you don't care about when you're at work because that's at work. That's them. But actually, I do care because I get kind of either cold or warm. I'm running around at work anyway, so I'm always really warm. But it's just nice to go outside and it still not be freezing.
Exactly.
So that's a plus. And it's really weird here because we're kind of used to snow being on the ground, but all of a sudden we have it for 2 days and now it's gone again. So it's confusing what time of year it is because it's so warm.
Yeah. Right.
It's
right.
I don't know what's going on. Well, I think we do. We like to say that the world is ending, so it could be that. It's either between natural elements or, as Parisa said earlier, Sophia is coming to get us. So it's just a matter of time.
Yes. And time is not, I feel. I feel like we're bringing a lot of things on ourselves to make it so, make our weaknesses and our vulnerabilities so accessible to AI. So, yeah, it's going to happen sooner than we think, I think. Mm-hmm.
I would like to say that I think when it comes to all this AI, and It actually became more of a thought because of the Rundown on BT with Robin Thede, which is an amazing show. I recommend everybody watch it. She had a special. It's a 2-part special, so the second part's coming this week, talking about Black women, or I think maybe just Black people in general, working in STEM, and how very few people are working there, or very few Black people are working there. So, especially when it comes to AI, and that made me think like, oh my God, I don't think there might be any Black women working on this whole AI thing, because they would come up with these questions like, should we really do this? I don't think we should do this because this is not a good idea.
I agree. Or put like more limitations on the things, because I feel like technology is a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. It's something that really does enhance our lives and our lifestyles, but there's just a limit. I feel like there should be more of a limit to things, because it could actually come back and bite us and not be too kind to us. So, you know,
I do. We need more hidden figures in these times, because if it's one thing that I know that I've learned and I'm utilizing every day and appreciating, that is the intelligence and the intellect and the brilliance of Black women. So I will consult often, and women in general too, but mostly Black women. So just all of them. I'm even working on a project now, and I think all the people I've consulted with are all women. And so there's also that. So they run the world. What
a smart move.
What can I say? So
yeah, smart move.
But yeah, that's I think that will do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I missed for this this roundabout episode. Ooh, that would be another name for a pizza, because a roundabout's a round.
Ooh, that's a good one, roundabout. Yeah.
I think that's if you put a
Alfredo, the Alfredo roundabout. The roundabout Alfredo.
Only makes it better if you actually put it on a Lazy Susan. Then it's definitely a roundabout.
Yes.
Okay.
Alfredo. I mean, I'm all right there. I'm good with that. We could put it. Oh yeah, that would be so good. The marketing, it just creates itself, doesn't it?
That's the name of the pizza place, because all the pizzas come out on little twirly, spinny things. And then after you're done eating the pizza, you have a toy to play with. It's like, oh look, I got a top. So
Right, there you go.
So every kid gets a toy after they finish their pizza, and maybe just one toy, because it's only one pizza unless you order more. Figure that out later. I'm just coming up with the ideas. Go let R&D handle that. So there we have it. It's the roundabout Alfredo bomb, and the hot dern, and the I almost forgot what mine is again. Why am I thinking artichoke? I'm not thinking artichoke.
Artichokes are great, though. I don't know about on pizza, but they're great.
I can't comment on that. I don't think I've even had an artichoke before. Did I? Oh, blocked artery. That's what I called mine. Sorry.
Blocked artery, yeah.
Yes.
Now, artichokes are in spinach. There are oftentimes in spinach dip. Like if you go to a restaurant, especially, not the homemade stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe you have.
I think it maybe
They're normally like the chunks. They're normally the chunks that are in spinach dip.
Okay, I think I have had it.
Normally spinach and artichoke dip, but depends on the restaurant.
Yeah, I don't think I've had it by itself. Have you had it by itself? Does that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never had it by itself.
You said that was like,
so.
Oh my God, no! I would never eat it.
Like,
by
how
itself.
could you even ask that question?
It's like eating the skin off an orange. Like, why would you ever do that? Don't do that. Sorry, there's a lot of common times I've been eating lately, so it's just quick to go to that. So yeah, I think that does it. Do you have any other thing you want to discuss or shout out?
No. I hope y'all are having a great new year, and I hope 2018 is prosperous and abundant and happy, filled with love and laughter and life, and we can't wait to share it with you.
Yes, those are some great affirmations, and I can't wait either. We've got hopefully some really great things coming the next couple episodes. more fun guests. We already know Parisa will be back. I don't know when, but she'll be back. And and I'm working on a number of things, and I can't wait to discuss those when they actually come to a bit more fruition. But working on it, and yeah, great stuff for this year, 2018, which sometimes looks like it's teetering to be not a disaster, but close to it. But it's okay. We're just gonna do us. We're just gonna do what we got to do and keep moving forward. So
right. And be our best selves in the process.
Exactly. So I think that's it. So where can people find you if they're looking for you?
If you're looking for me, you can mostly find me over on Twitter. My handle is @IamKHinton, where you can find me tweeting up a storm about everything, maybe. If you also want more helpful tips about living a creative lifestyle, you can catch me at VerveHC, also on Twitter. That's a place created for audacious creatives, entrepreneurs, and intention seekers. And there's a lot of new stuff coming down the pipeline that should be launching and available like within the next few weeks, next month or so. So keep that in mind. Either way, I will be there. I look forward to chatting it up with you.
Awesome. You can find me at All Things Indoob, Twitter, Instagram, even though I don't really use Instagram, but hey, I'm there. Yeah, just put Indoob in Google and you'll find whatever I'm doing. And go to indoob.com, go to the Patreon, go to TeePublic. Please rate, comment, share the pod on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Play, and Podbean. And thank you so much for supporting, listening, stopping by, and pressing play. Please remember to tell someone you value that you value them and live for the folks you love. I've been your benevolent host. See, almost got me on that word again. Benevolent host, T. Sterling Watson. And remember, and I'm speaking also for Chief, if the world didn't suck, we'd all fall off.
That was me and Chief. See, look. He said it too.
Yeah, we're sitting there trying to act like Chief and he's doing his own barking. Like, I can speak for myself.
He is. And then he's like showing us up like, no, this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Knew you were gonna do that.
You know me too well.
The Indoob podcast was recorded on planet Earth and is an extension of the Indoob blog found at indoob.com. You can subscribe and find more episodes on iTunes and indoob.podbean.com. You can also follow Master Sterling on Twitter at Indoob. I am not allowed. This is Bilford signing off, and this has been another 3SFX production.
Use your words, Chief. Good boy.